All right. Hey, everyone. So you scored that interview. Congrats. And you're smart enough to want to be really prepared, not just, winging it. That's where we come in your deep dive team. We're diving into this awesome guide today from an English learning podcast. And it's specifically for non-native speakers. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah, it's got all these tips like it says body language can be just as important as what you actually say in an interview.
It's true.
Really?
Think about it. You could have all the right answers, but if you're slouching, avoiding eye contact, it just sends a totally different message.
You're not really selling yourself, are you?
Exactly.
Okay, so first things first, pre-interview prep. I know, it sounds boring, but this is where you build that foundation of confidence.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine you're going into a coding interview. If you've taken the time to research the company's tech stack, their recent projects, you're going to walk in feeling so much more prepared to answer those technical questions.
Right. Like you actually get what they're all about, not just reciting generic answers. So beyond just reading up on the company, this guide suggests really dissecting that job description.
Yes, because that's your roadmap. It tells you exactly what they're looking for. And if you can connect your experiences to those specific requirements before the interview, you're going to be so much smoother and more confident in your responses.
Oh, that's such a good point. It's like having those aha moments beforehand
Yeah.
instead of trying to come up with them on the spot under pressure.
Right. Exactly. And, when you walk in feeling prepared, your whole demeanor changes. You're not just reciting facts, you're telling your story. And interviewers pick up on that authenticity.
Okay, so pre-interview prep check. Now let's talk about some of those classic interview questions, starting with, tell me about yourself. It's like, where do I even begin?
It's the ultimate elevator pitch, right? You want to give them a snapshot of who you are professionally and why you're excited about this opportunity. And this guide actually gives a really nice structure. Start with, my name is your name, and I'm your profession. I've been working in industry for X years, and I have experience, and mention your key skills.
Ooh, I like that. It's concise, but it gets the point across. And it highlights your key skills right off the bat.
Exactly. And then you wrap it up with, I'm excited about this opportunity because your reason for wanting the job. So you're showing them not just what you've done, but where you want to go.
Okay, that's way better than just rambling about my entire resume.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the question everyone dreads, what are your weaknesses?
Mm-hmm.
How do we answer that honestly without sounding like we're totally unqualified?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Honesty is key, but it's all about framing it positively. The guide suggests saying something like, one area I'm working on is your weakness, but I've been actively trying to improve by actions you're taking.
Oh, that's a really good approach. You're acknowledging the weakness, but also showcasing a growth mindset. Like you're not just accepting it, you're actively working on it.
Exactly. And that's a quality employers really value. It shows you're self-aware and that you're committed to continuous learning and improvement.
I bombed this question in an interview once. I totally froze and said, I'm a perfectionist, which is such a cliche. Now I realize I could have said something like, I sometimes get too focused on the details and miss the bigger picture, but I've been working on improving my time management and delegation skills. That's so much more genuine and actionable.
That's a perfect example. And it shows that you've learned from your experiences and are actively working on becoming a better professional.
Okay, so we've got our answers structured, but just having them in our heads isn't enough, right?
Definitely not. Practice makes perfect, especially for non-native speakers. It's like anything.
Yeah.
The more you practice, the more comfortable and natural you'll sound. The guide even recommends, recording yourself answering common questions and then listening back. It's like having your own personal coach, but free.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you'll catch those little things, like using filler words or speaking too quickly. And, speaking of communication, there's a whole section here specifically for non-native speakers.
Oh, yeah. That's a really important point. What kind of tips does it offer?
Well, first and foremost, it emphasizes clarity and conciseness. It actually suggests using simpler sentence structures and vocabulary, which I know that might sound counterintuitive.
No, I totally get it. When you're nervous, it's easy to overthink things and end up with these long, convoluted sentences that even a native speaker would struggle to follow.
Exactly. And the guide points out that for non-native speakers, that complexity can be amplified. So by keeping your language clear and direct, you're ensuring that your message gets across without any confusion.
That makes so much sense. It's like,
Yeah.
focus on the substance of what you're saying,
Yeah.
not trying to impress them with fancy words.
Right. And, the guide also suggests practicing specific phrases. that are common in interviews. Like instead of saying, I have a lot of experience in, you could say, I've gained extensive experience in.
Ooh, I see, yeah.
Just little tweaks, but they make a big difference.
That's a good tip. Okay. So we're talking about the words themselves, but what about the way we deliver them? This guy talks a lot about body language.
Yeah, it's huge, huge. Think about it. Have you ever had a conversation with someone who was saying all the right things, but their body language was totally off?
Oh, yeah.
Like avoiding eye contact, slouching, not really engaging with you.
Yeah, yeah. It makes you feel like they're not really listening.
Exactly. And in an interview setting, that can be a deal breaker.
Makes sense.
So the guide emphasizes things like maintaining good posture, sit up straight but not stiffly, make eye contact but don't stare them down. It's all about finding that balance.
Okay. Posture, eye contact. What about smiling? Is that important too?
Smiling is great. It conveys warmth, approachability, and it helps build rapport. But again, it's about authenticity. A genuine smile can go a long way. Don't force it.
Okay, got it. So it's not about putting on a show. It's about being present and engaged. Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. The guide says we shouldn't just be answering questions, we should be asking them too.
Yes, it's so important. And it's not just about seeming interested. It's about gathering information to decide if this is the right fit for you.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. It shows initiative, curiosity, and that you've really thought about the role in the company.
You know, I used to be so nervous in interviews, I'd just be relieved to get through the questions without messing up. I never thought about asking my own.
It's a missed opportunity. Remember, an interview is a two-way street. You're evaluating them just as much as they're evaluating you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of questions should we be asking? The guide gives a few examples, like, what's the team culture like here? How do you measure success in this role? And what opportunities for growth are there within the company?
Those are great starting points. And the guide emphasizes that you should tailor your questions to the specific company and role. That's where your pre-interview research comes in handy.
Right.
For example, let's say, based on your sources, you're interested in a software development role. You could ask about their development methodologies, the technologies they use, or specific projects you might be working on.
Ooh, I see what you mean. It shows you've done your homework and are genuinely interested in the company's work. It's so much more impactful than just asking generic questions.
Exactly. It shows you're thinking critically and that you're already envisioning yourself in that role.
Okay. So we've prepped, we've practiced our answers, we've mastered our body language, and we've got our insightful questions ready. What's next?
The follow-up. It might seem like a small thing, but sending a thank you note after the interview can really make a difference.
I'll admit I've sometimes been guilty of, skipping the thank you note. But you're saying it's more than just a formality.
Oh, way more. It's a chance to reiterate your enthusiasm, highlight key points from the conversation, and just reinforce why you're a perfect fit. It shows you're genuinely interested and that you value their time. Plus, it keeps you top of mind as they're making their decision.
I'm convinced. Do you have any tips on what to write?
The guide actually provides a really helpful template. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here it is. Dear interviewer's name, Teco. Thank you very much for the opportunity to interview for the job title position. I really enjoyed our conversation and learning more about company name. I'm very excited about the possibility of joining your team and contributing to a specific project or goal. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Best regards, your name.
Wow, that's short, sweet, and to the point. I like that it mentions a specific project or goal that shows you were really paying attention.
Exactly. And it gives you a chance to reiterate your passion for that particular aspect of the role. So, yeah, remember, personalize it. Mention something specific you discussed that really resonated with you.
Okay, so, wow, we covered a ton of ground here. Pre-interview prep, conquering those tricky questions, body language secrets, asking smart questions, and even nailing that follow-up email. I feel like I could walk into an interview tomorrow and totally rock it.
I think you could. And the skills you gain from preparing for interviews, they'll serve you well throughout your career. From networking events to presentations, clear and confident communication is essential.
That's so true. It's like these aren't just interview tips, they're life skills.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe someday you'll be the one on the other side of the table conducting the interviews.
Maybe, yeah. But for now, focus on acing this one. You got this.
So to all our listeners out there prepping for that big interview, remember, preparation is key. Authenticity shines through. And don't forget to send that thank you note.
And most importantly, remember that it's a two-way street. You're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you. Go in with confidence, curiosity, and a genuine desire to see if this is the right fit for you.
That's it for this deep dive. We're so excited for you and your next career move. We'll be back soon with more insightful guides and practical tips to help you navigate the world around us.
Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.